And welcome back to in the studio today. We have Dr. Rob and little Aurora. It's so great to see you guys here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and of course, so Miller's been telling us all morning, the weather is so hot, 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 hot. That is the story. And what are some things that we can do to make sure our dogs are safe?
Exactly. Our dogs are very susceptible to heat stroke and heat problems. And so leaving them in cars is probably our biggest fear, because at these temperatures that we're going to see here, the inside of a car can be 140 plus in just under 15 minutes. So be careful when you're out there with your pets. But as a general rule, they're in our backyards and around our houses. We need to make sure they're inside in cooler weather or cooler environment during the really extreme hot portions of the day. Lots of shade. One of my favorite things is to bring out the kiddie pools and make them doggy pools and let them at least get their feet in there and cool down, drink a little bit of water. And
have some fun and just splash around.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question though. So what about rolling down the windows in the car? I've seen people out in the summer who might have their pets in there and they roll the windows down. Is that safe or does that get too hot?
So reports are still saying that that's way too hot, that there's not enough air movement through those situations. It would be nice if that was the case, but I think any of us who've spent any time in a car that the windows are rolled down would say it's just too hot.
Right, if you're not comfortable, your pet's not going to be comfortable, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I saw something else on that list and it just made me say, what? Sunscreen for your pet?
Exactly.
That's a thing?
It is.
Okay.
It is. And I think there's probably a handful or maybe even 10 manufacturers of pet sunscreen. We really worry about their noses.
Okay.
And some of these dogs have a lot less hair and fur on them that would make them more susceptible to getting burned. So yeah, there are definitely some pet specific sunscreens out there.
Okay, so that's the thing. You would put it on their nose. And what about their feet? So, oh my gosh, that is such a cute picture of that little doggy getting some water and refreshment there. But if they're not in the water, their feet can get hot, right?
Exactly. So the pavement, can you imagine walking out on the hot pavement with your no shoes or socks on? So even though their feet are accustomed to harsh elements and walking on hard surfaces and that type of thing, they can be way too hot for them out there.
Okay, and what about heat stroke? Can dogs get that?
Yes, definitely. So heat stroke, even if we're not in a car, even if we're just outside, maybe too much exercise, some breeds are really problematic. So the short-nosed breeds in particular, they have a hard time breathing anyway. So your bulldogs, the pugs, Shih Tzus, you got to be careful about those little guys because they need to breathe well in order to cool themselves.
Okay, does an American bully fall into that category?
I would say so.
Oh boy, I better watch out. I just rescued one a few months ago, so I'm learning all about it. So this is really helpful. Okay, well, anything else that you want to add that people should do? Or
boy, if you see your pet having heat problems, get them to the veterinarian as fast as possible.
Okay.
They need to really make sure that their organs aren't shutting down. They can become wobbly. Their gums and their tongue will become very, very bright pink. So as those temperatures internally start to increase, we start worrying about becoming comatose and death eventually. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to take care of all of our pets out there as this weather heats up. And Dr. Rob, thanks so much for helping us with that.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.